our runners for this race are going to be W Reflect. He's been around for a little while. He's got a very solid PB. Good runner, careful runner, which I like. Real Critical. He did some commentating last week. He has some of the best knowledge of the ancient cave of anybody out there. So gives him a little bit of an advantage, I would say. But he's also just a really solid player. Hoppy the Fool. Hoppy, unfortunately, seems to have a lot of bad luck with the cave. Doesn't mean he's a bad runner, just runs into a lot of bad luck, but he usually deals with it very well. Squealer is by far the most experienced cave player in our group. He has been doing ancient cave challenges and speed runs for a very long time. You look him up on YouTube, he was doing stuff way before anybody on Twitch was doing it. And Kobahi is another one of our players who has been around for a while, but doesn't dive into the cave that often. But he likes joining the tournaments and likes hanging out, and he's a really good player. And I'm excited to have him back. So it's gonna be a good time. So with that, I'm going to make sure the runners are all good. I'm pretty sure they are, and I am going to let's get this audio out of here real quick. Sorry. Get the game audio going, and when we're ready, I'm going to start counting down. So RC, if you could get your audio going for me, that'd be great. And I'm going to count down the runners. So we've got a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Well, maybe go. Hold up. All right, go. My live split's being weird. Okay, and with that, I'm going to bounce it over to our commentators. You have two very good commentators for this race today. We have got the Roth, all the way from Australia, waking up really early to join us. Very excited to have the Roth. One of the top tier ancient cave players. Does a lot of stuff. He's got a great knowledge he'll be sharing with us. And we got Mike 34, another great runner. One of the newer, quote unquote, newer runners, but he still knows what he's doing. So guys, take it away.
Welcome everybody to day 2 of the 4th annual Fatal Blowout tournament. I'm Mike 34, and I have the pleasure of being here with the legendary Roth, the 3rd fastest any percent runner of the cave. How you doing today, Roth?
I'm just fantastic. Living the dream. About to watch a pretty fun 2 hours actually. I get to see some good strats. Get some good goss for the race afterwards.
The runners are already in the cave here, going on the first 10 floors. There's not a whole lot too dangerous in the first 10 floors other than mimics. But what they get in the first floors will really help determine the pace and what happens for the rest of the cave. And there's only certain items that drop in the first 10 floors. Can you talk to us all about those?
I could. The items seem to appear in the caves depending on their value. So when you progress further down, you'll see kind of items appear in the treasure chests. So from like floor 4 onwards, you'll see the deadly sword, deadly rod appears on floor 5. There's some really good items up until about floor 9 that appear, including that mini shield that Kobahi found. So like some of the items on the earlier floors will give some really interesting damage boosts for when killing the jelly. So it's actually really good already.
In the first 10 floors are some items that only drop then and stop dropping for the rest of the cave, like the mini shield you mentioned, which gives a 40% attack boost to one character, which is huge for the jelly. Also, rings, helmets, shields.
Yeah,
and
then they disappear.
We already saw a strong drop for one of the characters as well. I believe that was Squealer. That is huge for staying alive. There's kind of two tiers of items the runners are looking for right now. They're looking for survivability, and they're looking for items that will help them defeat the jelly, which has 9,980 hit points.
Yeah, it's a lot. Did you play this when you were younger? And
I did.
and fail at the jelly 15 times before
I
realizing
made it to
what
the
you had
jelly
to
a
do?
couple times and never understood his mechanics. So he ran away. I thought I beat him.
Nice. I actually never made it to the jelly until I was about 32 years old. It's
Looks like we got our timer back. Great.
cool.
Runners are trying to do about 1 minute per floor. The guy is dead on Hoppy's stream. I didn't see how that happened. Rip guy. The Gorgon Rock. That is unfortunately not a Gorgon Rock. And Gorgon Rock is a 1/8 fractional that you can farm off Gorgons 72 through 84. The Gorgon Rock just does a generic IP attack. It's not that great. But if you use it against the jelly, woe is you.
I feel like it gives a damage boost as well from memory. Like it's kind of a little handy to have early on.
Yeah, you can pair it with a finisher and get a little bit extra ATP.
Yep. I reckon I might be behind a little. I'll just refresh.
We see Reflect farming some eagles. That's for some safety XP and also for the 2% chance at an eagle rock, which boosts agility, which is huge in the game.
It'll be interesting to see if any of the runners will get the Providence points.
Did I just see eagle rock drop for RC? Chat will help us out with some of these. Yep, Decker says, confirms.
Nice. So in terms of speedrunning the Ancient Cave, it's a different kind of beast. Like obviously the idea is to go really fast, so you'll see the runners here like doing a lot of safety, including murdering all the monsters up until floor 11. In the actual, if you're doing speedrun attempts, you will not even bother killing any of the enemies apart from basically cores and anything that gets in your way that you're forced to attack.
Ice ring on Reflect. Sorry to interrupt. Very good, as it doubles the attack power of any ice spell, such as Ice Valk, which is a tier 3 spell. Also gives it 10 agility boost, so it's considered by many to be the best, if not the most powerful, of the elemental rocks.
Wow, all these healing spells already.
We see Kabaddi with Rally. Huge spell to get early on, as it is a cheap revive, an MP.
And Hoppy with Strong. And Stronger. Squealer, that's like 3 healing spells in 10 seconds.
The runners are definitely happy, I think, with their start. And I think RC may have 2 Eagle Rocks, which is unheard of. In terms of survivability, there's 3 things you're really looking for. The heals, which everybody's finding. There's a fatal pick on Hoppy. That's a deadly. That's the second type of survivability item, is offense. And the most important offense is deadly weapons, which are the deadly rod, the deadly sword, the good deadly sword that is, and the fatal pick. These do an 80% chance to kill anything but undead enemies. And that fatal pick is nice, but not as nice as the deadly rod, because the deadly rod and the deadly sword are actually also jelly killing items. They do a fractional attack. The deadly rod does a 1/8 fractional that can be used 3 times, whereas the deadly sword uses 51% of your IP and can be used once. Now you noticed Squealer has a deadly sword but has not equipped it. The reason being is the deadly sword, if you don't get a curse lifter, which allows you to use that fractional attack, It has very low attack power and can hinder your ability to defeat the jelly. Survivability are what I call supplemental items, like things that give you agility. We see cores in Hoppy. Roth will tell you about those in a second. There's agility. There's also defense, which is not so important, but a nice blue chest item can boost that quite a bit. Tell them about cores at all?
Yeah, cores tend to run away. Usually on good pace. Also, when you have good items and good spells, they just don't want to be. I don't want to cooperate. But you see Hoppy getting a lot of experience, which you tend to only want to kill as few enemies in the game just for speed. So red cores appear on 11 to 13. We try to ignore blue cores later on, and then the green cores are arguably the more important ones since they appear before ninjas, and they give you a lot of the amount of experience they give boosts your hit points when you desperately need them.
A curse lifter or a reflect spoke of. They run away at 75% pace, and they're very tough against physical attacks, and their agility is almost always faster than you. They're infinitely weak to spells. There's some type of coding error that I believe is supposed to make them powerful to spells, but the way the values were inputted make any spell kill them. And Hoppy has no spells, so had to punch them with Decker and kill them. We see RC fighting mimics right now. Looks like he's taking care of them handily. Hoppy with his second core. Tap on Kobahi, that's the most powerful spell. The Tall Shield on Squealer, which the trick effect, but is rarely used because only Decker can use it, and Decker wants to use the vaunted Decker Blade, which is the most powerful fractional against the jelly. So as our runners reach level 10 and 11, they're going to be going for some cores, like Hoppy did. Looks like Hoppy may have put that Fatal Pick on. I saw a Deadly on. And he's about to floor 15, so he'll be looking out for that Decker Blade, which starts dropping floor 15.
Yeah. Don't know if you noticed, the bottom left screen, Hoppy's killing one of the wood gorems. But he's done it in a really safe manner. Like all the items all the monsters on this screen, when you're kind of diagonally away from them, they will walk to you in a diagonal manner, and they always walk sideways and then down. So if you're in like a really narrow corridor and you want to kind of force an encounter with them, but in a safe manner, you just basically stand diagonally below them and slash your sword. And then eventually they'll move so that you can have a chance of surprising them. It'll become extremely important, especially around floors about 20 through to 35, because there's some pretty gnarly monsters in there that do area attacks, and you don't want to get sniped.
These runners are incredibly talented and know all kinds of strats, so we're going to want to watch closely to point them out when they do very neat things, like some of the movement tech you were talking about a second ago.
Yeah, it's the difference between wouldn't say like I guess like knowledgeable and extremely knowledgeable, like in terms of completing runs consistently, are those kind of 1%ers, like just very slightly increasing your safety in narrow corridors. You do have a tendency to be really impatient at times when you're on kind of PB pace, and it's so tempting to try to run past a monster, and then all of a sudden it'll turn towards you and surprise attack you.
Of cores on all screens almost right now,
Oh.
and see in a party room.
Oh man,
Party
this is
rooms
awesome.
Party rooms are quite opposite of their name. There's a party of people who want to kill you, but in this case, it's pretty good because there's many cores in there.
Oh yeah, and the cores here will help you basically get to floor 30 pretty safely, and then all you have to do is dodge mimics, and then you're good until green cores.
Your deadly sword for Kawaii.
Nice. It'll be interesting to see if Kobahi equips it like the. I may have missed when you were talking about deadlies earlier. I was just doing some audio tuning, but you'll tend to not equip deadly swords since Maxim's a little slower than Artie. So, but you do want to hope that you can get through the cave without equipping a deadly on Maxim, since he can still do some raw damage.
Blue chest coming up for Kobahi. He's definitely going to want to try to get that. You want to talk about blue chests at all?
Yeah, they're extremely rare, and they have some pretty powerful items in there. There's only a handful which kind of contribute towards jellies, such as a couple of the swords. There's a couple of I believe other rocks you can get, which are kind of really cool, like the twist jewel increases your agility.
That's right, 30 agility on the twist jewel.
Yeah, and if you get that before certain floors like ninjas, it makes them a lot safer and a lot less kind of clenchier. Berserk blades are horrible, as you see on Kobahi's screen. You immediately just feed that to Gusto.
Just had a couple great drops. The Mega Axe dropped, and then got a Decker Blade followed by a Fatal Pick for Squealer with a Dark Mirror on Reflect.
Oh man.
Your Staffer Hoppy the Fool, he'll take those 5 points to the bank. Gui is really happy right now. I hope he didn't have plans to Providence out to get those points, because he's not going to want to now with a Decker Blade sitting in his stash.
He's probably spewing because he could he'd probably go for PB. He's already set for the jelly.
Squealer, one of our older and very good runners. He has a sub 1 hour time as well, and the world record for the ACAC cave category.
Nice.
See some Wispies in RC. He doesn't want to fight those.
Watching
He's
Squealer.
RC isn't
sorry.
healed either, so I wonder if he was using RC healing strats, whereby you don't heal. You hope to conserve your MP by getting healing tiles. The danger, of course, is that if you run into Wispies, ouch, but he's fine. Picks up Thunder.
So have you raced yet, Mike?
I raced last week.
Nice. How did you go?
Fair to middling. It went alright.
Nice. Did you enjoy it?
I did. At least
Nice.
didn't die to high Hedoras like I did last year.
Yeah, huge shout outs to Shadow and I believe Krieg for putting this event on. It's
They've done great work.
oh man, it takes so lot to set up something like this, and it's a pretty thankless job. So everyone, please thank those two guys, and also thank the runners for racing, and give them a follow too. Like they and enjoy what they do, and it's good streaming. It's good as a kind of escape from things. So
Champion on Squealer, he is loving life right now. We got a blue chest
Oh,
engage
yeah.
ring on W Reflect, which is less exciting. If he happens to find a shop, he'll get a 50% discount. There are no shops in the cave.
those snakes that you see on Hoppy's screen, the yellow ones will move up and down, and the red ones will move horizontally. They can sometimes be really annoying, but you can get around them reasonably quickly by doing some kind of strats where you stand next to them and kind of like if you stand to the left or right of a yellow snake, you can kind of flash your sword and walk downwards and get them to kind of chase you. It's kind of
Troy
a funky
on
little
Squealer.
strat you can do.
It's a 50% the spell, and Hoppy got stronger as well. Stronger is one of the 5 healing spells you can find. Does RC have a heal yet? Chat's telling me a deadly rod for reflect. Nice.
Those swords.
Is the reflect getting around a snake really cool?
I'm not thinking that RC has a heal. As much as I've seen RC healing strats, I don't think he wants to employ them to the degree he is now. I'm thinking he has no heal.
And on floors like these with teleporters for RC, like because they always have a chance of teleporting every like 6th step. It's if you accidentally run into one of those at the wrong moment and you don't have heals, it can actually set you back a lot of time, especially when speedrunning. Just because you then have to be substantially more careful later on if a couple of your party members die.
He can farm evil fish.
Full fish, yeesh. Hoppy the Fool gets
Deadly.
spider.
So you'll see the runners kill these sand gorems and farm them just for the gusto. Is it a charm fruit?
No, charm fruit is the from the evil fish. Maybe I do forget the name of the fruit. Maybe yes, they're farming a secret fruit so they can M form Gusto's capsule monster. That's a point incentive. Earth fruit.
Okay. It was one of the fruits. I'll pretend to sound knowledgeable while I wake up.
What time is it in Australia?
It's 2 a.m.
You run after this, correct?
I do. I went to sleep. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock.
It is Kaz. Hope you're well.
We have a Providence for real critical. Seeing as he doesn't have a heal, he's close to death. He might consider using that to nab the 5 points. I see he's still going, so maybe not. Oh, and look at that B. This is a very nasty corridor without a heal.
Oh yeah. And these
Thinking out his heals. Okay, he's gonna give it a whirl.
these flying things, they're an enemy which I think they're kind of like bat category where you if you're standing diagonally away from them, they will run away from you, but if you're just standing there slashing a sword, then they'll kind of slowly creep towards you. So in narrow corridors, they will get stuck.
We have a couple tricky B movements here. RC will be trying to get by this. We have some Bs and other sundry guys and reflex room. He's doing a good job of getting through him. Use that 50-50. Get side swipe to get an attack on those Vipers.
Hoppy's on really good pace at the moment.
Looks like every runner brought standard any percent party. We don't see any Salon, Lexus, or Tia today, but there are a couple Gustos, capsule monsters. So a little more conservative of a route. I see Berserk Blades flying on everyone's screen. They don't want to equip that. It's a cursed item. And if you equip you, ooh, mimics already. He's past him. You do not want to fight blue mimics. They're the first monster in the cave that will almost assuredly kill you. In fact, if you have to fight them and win, there's a 5-point incentive for it. Hoppy's looking for blue cores now. He's going at a very quick pace.
Reflect's done well in this room. There were 3 snakes in that room.
And another treasure room.
no,
Oh my
another
god.
Maybe hope the stairs are down.
Is there a best treasure room award?
I don't think that's a real incentive this year, but oh, there's another terrible
RC.
treasure room for RC, but there is a blue chest. If he survives, he can at least take to the bank.
Hoppy's found more cores.
The best blue chest is arguably the Gady's Blade, which is kind of the ultimate finisher. It does 8 times attack. You see a couple blue chests. We got a Dragon Spear for real critical heal like that to go with all his agility. 3 blue cores stay for Hoppy. Wow.
Wow.
And I saw Flame Shield and Destroy pop up too. I think that was both on the Dragon Spear. Yeah, that's 50 agility.
Wow. So there's some really interesting stuff going on in RC's stream where those teleporters will teleport every 4 steps if you're really close to them. But on the step where they appear, you can actually get 2 steps in and kind of get around one of the teleporters if you have to go past them. So he's actually done that twice. I think 2 or 3 times in that room. It's really impressive.
Fleck takes the spell trick, and RC is continuing through this terrible treasure room. But you saw how he got away from those Gorums. All that agility is coming in really handy for where the lack of spells are. Heal spells.
Yeah, Dragon Spear is really good.
Is this the right way to go? Are the stairs in here? Or does he have to traverse back through?
Oof. Ouch.
Oh no, the stairs are not there. Now, if he decided to use the Providence, he would still have that Dragon Spear.
Or does he? He slashes.
Through it.
Good choice.
Yeah, right. He knows he has agility, so takes the fake on encounter. Some teleport out. He's gonna navigate by this bee, I think. Oh. The Fool fighting some crabs. He's doing that on purpose. They drop a Cancer Rock, which gives you a 2x attack that can be used twice. It's a great finisher to pair with, like, say, I believe Kobai has a Mega Axe, so
Yeah.
that will do a lot of damage after the fractional belly fight.
So you mentioned the Gady's Blade. Normally that goes on Gaia because Decker will have a Decker Blade, but that's like you said, it's pretty powerful. Other powerful items are the Mega Axe and the Sky Sword. And I think the Sky Sword can be equipped on Maximum. Not 100%. I know one of the swords can only be equipped on Decker and Gaia. But the Sky Sword's really versatile and it's got a pretty strong attack. So if that's coupled with a Cancer Rock, then you get 5 attacks out of that and it's really good.
See, it's fighting through this room like a champ. Oh, and the surprise attack, brutal. Hoppy gets a Cancer Rock, chat is saying. Good job, Hoppy.
Oof.
And is looking solid down there.
The only runner to not get any healing is currently in trouble. Hopefully he can get through.
See some of those evil fish on Squealer's stream. He's avoiding them. Wise man. Oh, Koma misses all targets. RC's trying to fight his way through. Guy goes down. MP cure. Here's a Mirac plate, which does an MP cure. Very powerful blue chest armor there.
Oof,
Is all this
that
enough to get him through this their encounter with Teleporter pretty quick?
Come on.
Fortunately, they target the capsule monster. He's down 2. I think he might have to tell the Providence. Let's see what he does. He's still
He's
trying.
got
What
a
a champ.
chance. Oh no. Come on. Can he do it?
Say die, RC says. He's working his way through still. Only
Just needs
Decker
to-
alive though. He can't outspeed. He's gonna take some pain. 4s on Kobahi's screen. Oh, he did outspeed. Very nice.
He's using all the
I saw the
defense he
Eagle
can.
Rock. We got a surprise attack. But with that Mirac plate, oh man, Gusto taking all the shots.
Hey.
With that Mirac plate, Decker is nigh on invincible. 8 damage per hit.
Oh man.
A blue mimic on Squealer's, Reflex screen. Actually not blocking the stairs, but he could be sitting right on the stairs. In which case he has to kill him to get through.
From memory, I think Shadow Killer's got a highlight where he gets into an encounter with, I think, only Decker alive, but he's like with ninjas, and he's so decked out on gear that all the ninjas aren't doing any damage, and through the whole clip, Shadow's just like cackling
Squealer
away.
fighting Ammonites. Sorry. The Ammonites are not good. And I saw a Silver Sword too, by the way, on Hoppy. That's a finisher for Maxim. Did RC just Providence? He did. And he tried his hardest not to. That was really impressive fighting through that treasure room. But he's going to take that Mirac plate and that Dragon Spear right back to floor 1. He's going to be very fast. And he
Nice.
should be able to catch up pretty quickly. Let's hope he gets a heal spell this time. Lives
Yeah, he should
Dino.
just be able to. He should just be able to run to floor 11 and then just fight cores.
Be with his second Iris item. Wow.
So the Ammonites and the Evil Fish are probably 2 of the worst early game monsters that you can possibly fight, just because of they're extremely powerful, and they tend to go before you as well. So there's a lot of like unnecessary damage that you take, and potential of death.
Flag nabs a blue core, and Kobahi is on most floors, which he'll want to pair with that Mega Axe, if I recall right that he actually got the Mega Axe.
Creek's just giving me an idea for an improvement to my bot in terms of like tracking the floor number.
Champion for Hoppy the Fool. By his tile set, it looks like he may be in the 40s, getting close to taking on the dreaded ninjas. But before he does so, he'll have a chance to get green cores. There's one of those healing tiles for Reflect. Every once in a while, a bush is concealing healing tile, which will heal your whole party all the way. RC would have liked one of those.
So you'll see Squealer. Oh, Squealer. Gady's
Hades
Blade.
Blade on Squealer. He has a kill.
He's now got a Gady's Blade, a Decker Blade, 12 healing spells.
Squealer's loving life right now. He doesn't even need to kill these Garbos if he doesn't want to. He probably will and take the extra chances. In fact, if he can pull off enough damage, and it's 50 Gady's Blade is part of that recipe. Yes, you can also
Yeah,
get a
Squealer's
two-turn
got a
for 20
good-
extra point.
yeah.
And Squealer are setting pretty darn good. There's the Cancer Rock for Squealer. Almost has everything. Setting with a couple Iris items, he has a Cancer Rock, he has a Silver Sword. Now, Squealer has a Gady's Blade, Decker Blade, a Cancer Rock. None of that matters if the cave kills you, so he wants to survive still. And the real pain starts coming on 460. Right now, what everyone's doing is just getting set up. It's determining the pace, it's determining how they're going to try to survive through 460 through 87, which is what many consider the gauntlet of the cave. He picks up Rally. Was that 10 floors ago, but he'll take it now. So Kabahi is fighting assassins, pretty tough mobs. They have a one-shot kill attack that does 80% deadly to you. But he has Zap, so he can wipe them all out in one hit, which he just did. See a lot of the runners fighting Garbos now, trying to get those Cancer Rocks. Wheeler's going for a second Cancer Rock. I'm guessing he's hoping to pair Old Sword Cancers later. The Cancer Rock and Old Sword is a really great combo because you can have a fraction. Ooh, I see Decker Blade on Hoppy. Ooh, he is really set also. Old Sword Cancer does a 1/6 fractional Red Saber on Reflect. That's a finisher. Agony Helm on RC with a one-time use of your finisher. Now, he has everything he wants, but possibly life. He's fighting the scary ninjas. You get it.
Yeah.
Looks like he got
not only a
in first,
ninja's
that really
path,
helped.
but they also have they can either attack twice or do a pretty devastating attack all. And if you get a couple of those, it's yeah.
Knife
You
thrower,
start
and at
feeling
level
sad.
22, you do not want to get double hit by those, and you can never 100% back attack them either. The best you can hope for is a 50-50 to get 50% side attack. With all of RC's blue chest items, even though he's only on floor 9, all that agility and rally, really he just needs a deadly, and he can run fast. He can catch everybody pretty quickly. And Firebird, tier 3 spell for RC. Okay, got Trick. That's 20% attack boost to the whole party. Shoutouts. We sometimes miss something watching all 5 screens. For Hoppy the Fool, that's what I consider a poor man's finisher. Does a 3x attack. That's pretty weak, but you'll take it in a pinch. Kobahi gets a Smoke Ball. Smoke Balls are really useful because if you have the agility, you can use them to escape hairy situations, like if if you're faster than gold dragons and you never want to fight them, but you need to get past them in a corridor. Smoke Ball, right? You can use them against Archfiends, which we'll see later. When you try to kill them, have Decker use the Smoke Ball and get out of there, right? We see a Bryn's Lizard on Hoppy the Fool screen. He may try to kill one for Twist Joel drop. That's a 30% agility. He is.
You can use smoke bombs, especially with like Decker or Guy if you do get to surprise attack certain dangerous monsters, and then have your deadlies have a chance of taking out the ones that you don't want to fight.
Something bad happened for Squealer finally. It was all the green cores ran away. He'll have to try again.
Oh no. Kobahi's got a couple, of course.
Kobahi's run is also looking pretty solid. Wheeler with a second chance at the green cores, and he gets one.
Nice. It's always a relief when you see a green core stay, especially because it's before ninjas, and ninjas are kind of the break point in the run where you kind of get a little bit of relief.
Core for Kobahi. Yes, green cores are what many consider the most important cores of the game for that reason. You don't want to be under level 20 fighting ninjas.
Yeah.
Plants on Hoppy the Fool. What speeds? Out.
And a Katie's blade on Hoppy.
A Katie's blade for Hoppy the Fool. What is this?
And then the monsters, a gold eye as well. There's some
Gold eye.
points.
More points. Gold eyes are a point incentive item that also is a finisher for the blade. Two Gatey's Decker blades. Two runners will advance today. The one with the most points and second most points will advance to the wildcard round, where they'll have a chance to vie to get into the finals. That's next week. And right now, the other runners have to be feeling the heat a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Decker blade for Hoppy. Wow. With everything that Squealer and Hoppy are taking all the goods. Moray Vines.
And Trick as well.
Trick, wow. Moray Vines,
I'm proud of
charmed
Faithful.
guy who went on to kill Hoppy's entire party. This is looking good so far. You definitely want Trick to pair with that Gatey's Blade too. 8 attacks with a 20% attack bonus? Yes, please.
Absolutely. Gives you a good chance of getting a 2-toner.
More green cores. For Reflect with those assassins in there. That's no fun. It's going to eat a bunch of time. Most you can hope for is maybe a Misto Jewel, which does some agility and gives you 80% deadly IP attack, 2%.
Yeah, it's a really good item.
Champion for real critical. Okay, he's set up with heals. There's an Agony Helm for Squealer. That's a bit of defense. Take out every core in this cave. He wants that XP. I don't blame him.
So Hoppy's on floor 50 at 41 minutes. That's really good pace.
The 50s, you get a little bit of a reprieve. You've made it through blue mimics. You've made it past the ninjas. Not to the gauntlet yet, and you kind of get this really nice few floors, 58 to 60, where you can farm the dangerous high Hedoras, Aqua Helm, but they can drop you a finisher with a Hedora that also does some attack boost and agility, and the no cores, which are the rod on Squealer. And they could drop, the no cores are there, which are the most experience giving cores in the game, and the last chance to get that XP. Sinister is pointing out that if you have Gusto, you can also go for that Earth Fruit drop to get that capsule to M4. We saw a Magic Fruit drop on Hoppy the Fool. That'll feed your capsule 8 squares, which is really nice, because most people are going to be feeding their capsules in this format.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time
Squealer
as well.
fight ninjas, Which makes sense. They don't want, those ninjas do not want to get embarrassed in Fatal Blowout trying to catch Squealer. He is a master dodger of ninjas. Kobahi getting to ninja floors, 44.
I'm just in shock. There's so many items have dropped amongst these 5 runners.
It's been
You're going to
great.
see a lot of kills. Yeah.
Flag masterfully gets through one party room only to walk into another.
Oof.
The blue
Walks
chest
down,
and
yep.
look at the ninjas. He's decided his strategy. He's going to take this one face on and then maybe take a 50-50. Oh, they're just assassins. Okay, not so bad.
He's going to have to
RC
run
getting
in.
rid of his berserk blade.
Oof. Ouch.
Wheeler trying to farm. Twist Jewel. I did not see if Hoppy got a Twist Jewel. Maybe chat can help us out on that.
It's going to be an interesting room for Reflect because there's a thing below him that's basically going to keep walking upwards, and there's a ninja to his left, so he has to use that bush to kind of watch out for the assassin. I think there's also a samurai, which is it's actually a pretty gnarly flaw when you think about it.
Absolutely. Squee gets the Twist Jewel. He'll really be appreciating that later floors when he wants to outspeed things like Archfiends and Dragons. Now has the ability to do so. Ups his survivability quite a bit while Hoppy the Fool is trying to farm for his fruit, for his capsule. He does not get it on this go around.
Nobby's just deciding to murder the chariot since there's a monster to its right which as soon as it's aggroed it will just hunt you down. It's a more tamer version of the one that you'll see later on, but it's still something you don't want to aggro because it's just annoying at this stage.
He fighting ninjas and gets the deadly miss. If I say that, I mean the deadly missed. Not good, but he's doing good damage.
Will Reflect get the blue chest?
He's about to nab it. Strong for Hoppy. Ops waiting for his...
Nice.
Indian takes a Silver Eye. Very good. Silver Eye gives you agility. It has a strong IP use. Basically gives you a silver dragon attack. He looks like he has to fight him.
The monsters Kobahi
That's
are
not
fighting
secret.
will target one person 3 times for whatever reason.
Evidence. Let's hope he doesn't have to use that one. His run is looking much better this time than previous, but I haven't seen if he has a deadly yet.
Yeah, there's
And
some...
Hoppy are
lucky
arguably in...
everywhere.
Go ahead, so.
Oh, sorry. Dragon Spear for RC.
Second Dragon's
The second one.
only has one character that can equip it.
Oh,
So
second
lots
one
of
doesn't
fighting.
hurt.
Another
Oh,
ninja
ouch.
encounter. Oh no! Oh no! Ninjas, it's a surprise Kobahi!
Squeal has everything.
Fortunately, they're not using Knife Thrower. And his Decker looks really tanky. I think he'll be alright here.
There's
Ooh,
Knife
open with a
Thrower.
Knife Thrower, don't want that. Maxim is down. And he's out of there. Close call. We'll have to encounter again. Squee makes 450. For Hoppy, he'll be alright. There's a healing tile. He's gonna have to encounter the Sly Foxes. Enemy, but he should be able to run from them. Round 2 with Old Sword for Squealer. We talked about those earlier. Round 2 with the ninjas for Kabaddi.
What is this guy doing?
So he was farming cancer rocks even though he had a kill, and now it's paying off because he has old cancer. That's a 1/6 fractional that you can follow with a finisher. He definitely has a 2-turn setup, possibly Decker Bladeless attempt going here. We'll see what he does on the jelly. It's going to be fascinating. Odd, if he gets a curse lifter, wow, then he. I mean,
Shadow, he'll get 2 curse lifters in the same room.
knife thrower. There, he wins that fight. Pretty intense. Casting Thunder on Hoppy, but he will escape. A prelude to Archfiends to come.
Yeah, the monsters at Hoppy are fighting are extremely dangerous. From a speedrun perspective, sometimes you're not at level 25. If you're running through the cave trying to get to floor 60, then you're usually at pretty low hit points. And those things can snipe you.
See, having to navigate through some samurais. Look at that tech. He's trying to sneak by him, and he does. Oh, that was nifty.
Nice.
That would be the blue core. He's gonna want that. Oh no, I'm sorry, the green core. Preparing for ninjas. RC's just gonna dance right around that stationary blue mimic. Now he's gonna swipe this ammonite. Let's see if he uses the tech to get by him. 1, 2, 3. He wants to go by him on an odd number. Swipe. Oh, what's he doing here?
Yep. So the next slash, the ammonite will move up instead of left.
Yes.
Yep, cool. That's a
Good
safe way
tech.
to get through.
RC's showing some flashy strats, trying to catch up to the other runners.
So they're kind of the 1%ers that I mentioned earlier. Like sometimes runners will just try to sneak past it, and the ammonite will basically move left and surprise you instead of moving up.
RC is past the blue mimics. We didn't see anyone have to fight blue mimics, fortunately, this time.
That's probably a good thing.
There's one singular no core for Hoppy. With his luck today, it'll stay. It's 55,000 XP for Hoppy. Fireball for Squealer, that's a one-time 50% instant kill item.
Yeah, world record 45.52.
That's right, Magus's world record. Very impressive run.
Yeah, he
Next fastest
would have
is
been
maybe
about 4
49.
years.
It's the fastest, Roth, seeing as you have a very, very quick time, around 52 minutes, I believe. What's the fastest you've ever finished a jelly fight without a kill?
Jelly fight without a kill.
Recall.
I've like 40, high 40s.
Just impressive. More ninjas for Kawahi, and we got him on reflex stream too. Only 2 for Kawahi at the moment. I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, with the amount of fighting these guys have done, they should be reasonably safe with ninjas, but still, anything can happen.
City ninjas take out at least one set of runners so far during this tournament. And
Yeah.
the survivability chances in the cave, even for great runners, is not good. I believe we have died, I believe, so far. Only 30% have the jelly, which is actually that's standard for this format. That 25 to 30% of all runners throughout Fatal Blowout have killed the jelly. So that's 1.5 runners per heat.
It goes to show, though, that you can get to the jelly pretty consistently in this game if you do take your time.
We get a fruit for Squealer. I saw him farming. I didn't see if it dropped.
Nice.
I saw RC get some levels. He really wanted those. He was level 11. And a back attack from the Gorms on Kobahi. Ouch.
Gorgon Rock.
Gorgan, another Gorgan. And Rock on the Jelly said the Gorgon, you know, it's not a great feeling. Some Brins trying to get the Twist Jewel. Bahi having to deal with Iron Gorms. Not very nice mobs. They can do an attack all to everybody, and they resist a lot of elements. Destroy for real critical. Since I don't know if he has a heal yet, I mean deadly, I know he'll want that. Oh, and a Decker Blade for real critical, vaulting him back into contention.
Nice. So looking at the score sheet so far, so Reflect hasn't taken Gusto, whereas everyone else has, so they're 10 points ahead. Poppy the Fool has found
2 Iris items and a gold eye. So he's effectively 15 points ahead of everyone else at the moment.
And sitting on a Decker Gades Blade, Silver Sword.
Yeah. So at the moment, it may come down to a 2-turner. Like a Jelly Kill is pretty much a foregone conclusion between at least Hoppy and Squealer. So
To survive, yes.
So the 2-turner may actually be a pivotal thing later on.
Hoppy's starting to enter the gauntlet too. He's getting close. Normally, like I was giving those percentage earlier, if 1.5 runners kill a Jelly, you feel like, hey, if I kill a Jelly, there's Zap for Reflect. If I kill the Jelly, I'm good. I'm going to advance to the next round. But this heat is so competitive. All these runners are so good. I mean, ooh, there goes a blue chest as he goes down the stairs. Just barely misses it. These runners are so good that it's going to take. It's likely going to take something special. Finding the good items like Copy is. They're getting a Gades Blade, or getting a 2-turn kill, or Jelly without a Decker Blade. Here's Hoppy navigating Evil Eyes. He's going to try to take a 50-50. He tries to get the 50-50, doesn't get it.
Yep.
He outspeeds him. He'll probably try again until he gets it.
So Hoppy needs to stand to the left and basically force the eyeball to zoom towards him. And then he'll be able to walk up and around the eyeball without it looking upwards. Otherwise, if he just walks up and to the right, the eyeball will look upwards and you'll have a chance of being surprise attacked.
He at 51. He'll be happy to not see any more ninjas today.
I hope I haven't jinxed
Ooh,
it.
that's great movement to juke away from that teleporter. I like that.
So let's see how Hoppy goes. Good luck.
Still dealing with those Warm Eyes. He got in first. Okay, now he's going to take care of them.
He's just murdering them. I see you.
They deserve it. Oof, Warm Eyes are terrible. Oh, someone's saying Lizard Blow. Who got that?
We're just going to assume Squealer gets everything at this point.
It's Squealer. Oh my gosh. Squealer got a Lizard Blow too. So
Oh my God.
stacked. He gets a Curse Lifter. I mean,
He's going to get a 1-turn.
1 turn. Messing around with the Ellison's calculator. You can actually do a 1-turn kill.
Oof.
Maybe not with this setup. Seen it.
If Squealer gets a 1-turn, I'm just going to quit.
Real critical. To go through all these passions.
Oh yeah, Hoppy's got a pretty yucky corridor actually.
He's the white dragons. You'll never outspeed him. Oh, and he does. Ooh, he's gonna take some pain. Let's see how he does here. Much of these AoEs, that's 2 in a row.
Nope. Oh no.
It-
Oh,
Oh no, the triple AoE! As we mentioned earlier. All the items in the world don't save you if you can't survive, and the White Dragons, after losing the 50-50, murder Hoppy the Fool. The Gades Blade, the Decker Blade, the Silver Sword, they're all gone. Sorry, Hoppy, that was a very good run. Get some, yes, some Bible thumps for Hoppy the Fool.
I'm sorry.
You had to sneak by him, he had to try it, and there's nothing at all you can do to, when you lose the 50-50, Squealer swimming in Decker Blades.
Does anyone want to have a bid war on how many Decker Blade Squealer's gonna find?
I had a good feeling about Squealer's chances this year, so I think he has a great chance to win it all. And with this kind of RNG, it's just making it a lot easier for him. But there's still a lot of runners alive here. We have Decker Blade for Real Critical, who's racing down. Kobahi's fighting down well. Reflect is making good pace. Do we know Reflex item situation? Like, how is he sitting for jelly items?
Who, sorry?
Reflect. I'll watch his inventory, see what I can see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a Decker Blade.
Wow, the Decker Blades are real today. Nice to see.
We just gotta wait for Kobahi to get a Gades Blade. I'm sure that'll happen.
Why not, right? I've seen in a marathon, I've seen a runner get 3 Gades Blades in one marathon run.
Oh god. That was Genya, wasn't it?
It was Velison, and he didn't get a kill. He didn't get hardly anything to go with it.
Ouch.
Remember, right?
Oh, 3.
Genya got 2, okay.
At this point, Hoppy, he did get a lot of points from all the items he found. The 85 points is not too bad. He's still point-wise in this. And he has an hour left. He could forego trying to kill the jelly and just try to survive 3rd Decker Blade for Squealer. I mean, what was the over-under on those? He could try to just run down the stairs. The Red Saber for Reef, that could be a finisher for Maxim. Down the stairs, pick up the points, keep opening chests, and pull off a wild card. Could happen for Hoppy the Fool. There's good movement by Reflect to get by the chariots.
Yeah, chariots can be really annoying.
Squealer traps the eyeball and moves freely. Reflect is now farming some Hedoras, hoping for a Hedora rock.
Hoppy with a deadly.
I think I saw Mahi gives goodbye to all the cores.
So no cores are the last of the
Ooh,
cores that you see.
Okay, do you see what Squealer did right there? That eyeball was ready to dart and get the Warmite was ready to dart and get a surprise attack on him. But he watched his movement and saw the little stutter step, so he knew it was his turn to move down where the Warmite wants to move up, and he avoided that 50% surprise attack possibility.
Nice. Yeah, when you enter a room with a warm eye, every second step you're safe. So you kind of count your even steps and odd steps when you're in rooms with warm eyes that you've activated.
Wheeler says hello to the gold eye and buy the gold Gorm and goes right down the stairs. Pass the fish. No thank you, Splits. Except
Oh.
Trick to go with everything else he has.
This is actually hurting my eyes watching Squealer get all these items.
Reflect with the Decker Blade. If he didn't have one, he has one now.
Yeah, it's just a really unlucky
Does
run.
Kawaii have a Decker Blade?
Yes.
Ow.
I think so.
Oh. We're wrapping up to see a potentially very exciting finish here.
So Squealer's being really careful in rooms with leeches because they only teleport when they're a certain amount of steps away from you. I think it's 4, but it's rooms with like 3 leeches are very frightening.
And if you're new to the cave, just so you know, good items don't drop like candy all the time. This is really exceptional. Get his agility. We got Reflect fighting Surfakos. We don't like them. Punching him, so I don't know that RC has a deadly yet. Ooh, and the dreaded double leech encounter.
Ouch.
Full IP, he doesn't want to lose it, and he's fine for now. Mistdraper
What
for
a
Kawaii,
room.
that's a finisher. Look at that treasure room. Oh my goodness. Just back up, Squealer. Back.
It's a room.
Is there any other way to go? I'm gonna watch this stream a little closer. Bird. Which is a great spell, one-shotted. Kabahi will hope he doesn't have to go that way.
Yeah, RC's done really well.
We have it over an hour. We have over an hour mark, but we still have quite a bit of time. And Squealer is making good enough pace that he can deal with his treasure rooms and take his time still. There's no push like there is for RC and especially Hoppy to get down real fast.
Yeah.
Especially with full IP if he can. So what Kobahi did right there, he took the plants, he went up to the next room and moved them to the right. And then they were stuck in that position. Oh, look at that treasure room for RC. Just can't catch a break, but I think he'll just zip out of here. Unless he's going to keep farming the Brins, but he has to watch his time. Anyway, he moved that plant to the right so that he could walk by it and didn't have to fight it. Nice job, Kobahi.
It's good having rooms like that which you can walk below. You can kind of manipulate some of the monsters away from doors and actually get frozen below them, depending on the room that you have outside of it. Like this salamander is a really good example of it. So if you manipulate the salamander in the current room up and to the left, then if you walk to the bottom of the room that you're in, you'll actually move the salamander down and basically freeze it, so you can enter the room and have a look. But I think Kobahi's just gonna murder it.
C really wants that agility. He's fighting some more Brins lizards without a deadly.
Yeah, these are really dangerous.
Firebird unfortunately didn't take out its target. As expected.
Tyler.
Okay, we got genies on Squealer's screen. He will want to avoid them, but he avoids a Gorgon as well, because why would you need to kill it when you have everything in the game? Said that I might kill it because Artie right now has no finisher unless he has a curse lifter that I missed.
Squealer's on 75. So from 72 through to about 86, 87, probably arguably the most dangerous monsters in the game, called Archfiends. Mainly, well, for two reasons. One is that the Archfiends they always attack twice. They can do double thunder. These things in the bottom left. If you do aggro them, then they're basically permanently activated, and they will follow you around rooms even when you're not in them. So you want to only activate them when you have to.
They're fast too. 166 agility, I believe. Ugh, brutal. Squeeze gonna take out these genies.
Well,
There's an ice hairband for Hoppy. That is a incentive item if you have one of the ladies to equip it on, which no one does with any percent parties. More Berserk Blades coming on the screen. That'll feed those little capsules. Reflect doing the dangerous. Ooh, a Twist Jewel out of a chest for Reflect.
nice.
There's RC killing 800 Brinz lizards, and Reflect just nabs one out of a chest. For a Twist Jewel for RC because he has worked for it. Ooh, that's a nasty encounter for Kobahi. He escapes. We got Reflect farming some high Hedoras for the. They can if you miss with your deadly and they're still around, they're gonna hit you 5 times. A 50% spell from Squealer on the genies, and it hits. He looks like he's farming them. I wonder what he's trying to get. The stairs on it? Encounter these genies, but we'll see in a second. Maybe he's just trying to get some safety XP too. I don't know that he got cores. Yeah, I think he's just getting some safety XP.
Yeah, cool. Genies have some pretty interesting movement patterns.
That blue chest for Kobahi. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's so good. I was just going to say, they kind of twirl around on the spot until they see you, and then if you're close enough, they'll start walking towards you. It's kind of slightly different to some of the other monsters in the game, but genies can also be really annoying.
Kobahi is going to try to lure these mobs away from that blue chest and try to get it without getting in too many encounters. He wants a Gades Blade too. Everyone else is getting it.
Yeah, it's worthwhile taking the time to get it because, barring an absolute catastrophe, Kobahi needs to basically two-shot the jelly to have a chance of getting through.
Ooh, look at those Orkies for Squealer. He's out of here. No thank you. Goodbye. It could also be a title jewel, which was completely useless. So, of the 41 blue chest items, you're not sure what you're going to get. It's like maybe he's abandoning it, realizing title jewel's not worth it. RC having fight red plants, casts Firebird, takes one out. One of the best heal spells. Probably the most cost-effective, fastest, heal the most spell. That's champion. Valor will heal everybody, but that's 30 MP versus a 16. Yeah, already died, but we get past.
Squealer's managed to get past the Orky.
He's actually fighting it. Why wouldn't you?
You got the deadly hit. He's attacked 8 times. They're basically a walking, living Gades Blade. Oh, called out in chat. I didn't see who got it. Did you?
No, I was too astounded at what Squealer's currently doing.
Squealer! You're going to give me a heart attack, sir. The Gorums and Reflex screen. Hopefully he doesn't have to fight those.
I can only assume that...
Showing off now.
I can only assume that he's going for money.
Lizard Blow used, okay. difficulties time. He has a lot of floors to make up, a lot of grounds to make up. Kabahi dodging
Not a
some
deadly sword.
dodging some warm eyes. They're everywhere though, and as we referenced earlier, you can keep them from side attacking you, but if you don't, this is what happens. Only 3 of them though, so I think he's okay. Definitely not going to outspeed him on the turn next round, as Artie is dead. But I think he'll be fine given his level.
The hold gaze helps.
See, and kind of he's in to be near floor 50, which I refer to as teleporter hell. They're everywhere, and he has to
Both
navigate
will.
around
What are you doing?
as rally, so he's okay. Is Squealer killing more Orkies? Let's these Orkies live. Very kind of you.
Oh, is this a forced mimic
maybe
encounter? Maybe.
maybe starting on the gold incentive. You get 700,000, 7 gold, you get 10 points.
Copy.
Puppy. Taking some pain. From
Ouch.
the Lions. The second unfortunate death. Having said that, wise Hoppy's still in first place. All that great RNG he had, all those drops, he got pretty far.
So I actually have a question. So that room that Hoppy died in, so you had the choice of trying to get through the lions or taking a mimic encounter and getting past. Like, is that classed as a forced mimic encounter if you choose to go upwards, or is it only if there's no other option?
It's only if mimics are the only way
Okay.
to proceed, and you have to kill them to proceed. So you can't just like slide by and there's a silver eye for RC.
Okay. Yep.
Squealer's checking out encounter, sees the double silvers and thinks better of it.
Okay.
So you must kill the blue mimics, and you must have to kill them. And my question on that was, do you have to look at other... Oh, there's a lizard blowout for reflect. He'll like that. You have to go and search all the other ways to make sure that's the only way to go, that there's no workaround way. I think you probably have to confirm. Squealer going after some Gorgons to get the Gorgon Rock, which has a 1/8 fractional. Oh, another tough room. If he has to go up, he has to fight gold Gorms. And gold Gorms can't use gold mist. Oh, he doesn't get the back attack either. And they're attacking. If they use a double mist here, he is finished. Okay, there's one mist that's gonna kill Artie and nail everybody else. Okay, good. The last one attacks, he's gonna survive. That is terrifying. There is a way to get a back attack on them, but the fish below might be distracting what he wants to do here. Remains will Herdora Rock.
It's also going to be careful in the room below, because there's a fish in that room that disappears every couple of tiles. So if you're trying to enter that room, sometimes you can accidentally kind of troll yourself.
Wheeler fighting genies here. It's 3 of them, and have a 24% chance to use an attack all on your party. So that gives you about a under 2% chance that they use 3 attack alls on you and kill you, as we saw to poor Ellison last week. Now he just slaughters these ones. He's okay. Ahi, round 2 on the golden on the Gorms. Did he get a first strike?
First one, yes.
Okay, good.
Yep.
He's using his 1/4 deadly. Not a bad idea. You want to use everything you can, because they're really strong to everything but hard element. Oh, and he smoke balls at the end. Nice move.
Nice.
He killed what he could, smoke ball, and now he's going to try again with now only 2 of them. Seeing his chances of survival. Round 3 with a gold Gorms. Miss with a deadly. You don't want to see that.
Reflect's got a pretty nasty...
2 wind genies. They're really thick. There's a golden mist. Unfortunately, physical attacks. and not to Artie. So what's he gonna do here? He runs. Okay. So he tried to attack his deadly mist. He
Ouch.
ran, and now Kabahi's gonna have
Oof.
round 4. We see misses on reflex screen. This is why I like to use status effect attacks on the genies. It is freeze ball. Come out of commission. Good play by W Reflect.
Squealer
Lizard
has a
blow, reveal
full
critical.
inventory.
He has a Decker Blade and a Lizard Blow. He's sitting okay. Slow and steady may just win the race. There's Champion. Preemptively. Reflex is going to get out this fine. We have Squealer feeding his capsule monster. It wants to Buster Sword. He's not going to give it to him. He's holding on to it. Talk about capsules in just a moment. Apology for him. Help those at home. It's a very convoluted process. But I want to watch this Gold Gorm fight. I see 2 Gold Gorms standing. We must have missed again. If we survive, we're going round 5 here. Okay. Trying again. Squealer's really fast at feeding too. This is good. Okay, so capsule monsters. Oh, look at this treasure room for Reflect. Man, the action is hot.
Nice.
So capsule monsters. 5 tiers of items that you can feed to them. In the tier 1 they'll never eat. My analogy is they eat like kids do. So tier 1 is food they never want, like potions and lab coats, like Brussels sprouts. Kids are never going to eat them. Capsules are never going to eat them. Then the next tier are a Dia ring. I believe that might be an incentive item
It
too.
is.
Anyway, second tier items are like regains and weaker items. Okay, looks like Kobahi got past those gold corns at long last. Be a sigh of relief. Good job. Continue. Tier 3 items. Once you start feeding good items, they don't want to eat the lower items. So think of tier 2 items like your breakfast eggs, right? But if you give them a tier 3 item, which is like cinnamon toast crunch or something, they're not going to want that for a while, and so on and so forth, up through tier 5. Tier 5 being ice cream. Feed them ice cream. Good luck getting them to eat much anything else, right? And also the form of the capsule monster matters. So it's not a perfect analogy. Just fed him a Decker Blade. Give him another Decker Blade. Feed him 3. So if you did, you probably still have a chance.
This is the best explanation ever of capsule monster feeding, so thank you.
I was commissioned by Wendy's to do that, and now they're going to get a hunger I just invoked with everyone.
So Reflect is actually running to the jelly to try to get a couple of points for speed. So Reflect's in go mode, but now he's hit a floor which needs to get past, I believe, with a dragon. You're better off just being patient and getting past. You start seeing copper dragons, and then hopes and dreams can slowly die.
Okay, RC getting a no core, still looking good. He only has 39 minutes to get to the jelly, but he has a Decker Blade, he has a Lizard Blow.
Yeah, he's made up a lot of time.
Great, another Berserk Blade for Squealer after he feeds. No sword, which can only be, it's a great weapon, but can only be used by Tia or Salon for Reflect. See some manipped movement on the genies from Squealer. Got around them nicely. And Squealer is just past Hoppy the Fool for the first place in point lead. Points per floor. So as they go down, they're likely going to pass Hoppy up here. We just got a core. Going for some more, but they all run away. These cores are not having it today. And kind of a bad hallway too for RC. It's gonna go back and look around. Squealer fighting some more. genies as is Reflect. The wind genies are the worst. They're the only ones that can outspeed the team. Use those status effect balls to stay safe. Very nice. So is Squealer. Good.
Arcee's just trying to hope to see as much of this room as possible. He's just hoping for a dead end, and he sees a door, so needs to make a decision. He might go up and try to get past the Orky in the other room, since he can get past that one safely, but looks like he's just checking gear. He might try to get past it.
I think he's trying to gauge if he can run away and he'll try a 50-50 sneak past the corridor, past the High Hedoras here.
Hmm.
Luck here, RC. Oh, that was awesome. He gets the back attack. Passing. He doesn't want to kill him. He just wants to get by, which is wise. He has a lot of time to make up.
For some reason, I thought Arcee was further. I do apologize. I thought that were Orkies.
We've seen enough Orkies. They are on the mall. Wheeler hanging out with his green giant. Does he not have a fruit to M for him?
Rocket mentioned yes, I believe.
Oh, we have our first sighting of an Archfiend on Reflex screen, hanging out with a chariot. Imagine he'll run away. There's that 9% stronger. That's what you want to see.
Check out this room.
Oh, look
Twist
at the blue
jewel.
chest. Look at the twist jewel for RC. Even more agility to go with his dragon spear and silver eye. He farmed him. Did not get it, and they're just sitting there for him. And
That's his
second
jewel.
is
Hey, points.
That is IP. Should he have time or inclination to use it, because it's pretty useless. We'll give him some points.
That room is horrible. If he has to go through.
Must use IP.
Oh no! Oh,
His time situation, he may never do it.
that salamander's horrible.
Just very methodically taking his time, taking out these genies, staying safe. Name of the game right now, when you're as loaded as he is. Stay safe, get to the bottom before the time limit. We have lots of time still.
I'm sure Squealer will find 2 catfish jewels in the next 10 floors.
Reflect is on floor 90. He's getting close. And he's just running down. Looks like he feels like he has a kill. He's gonna try to take.
Ooh. Ouch.
Oh, and he's right into a bad corridor. Ooh, dragons. He's gonna want them to move right. He's gonna want to get back attacks because they can back him up. See 2 silvers on Squealer's screen as well. There he goes. He gets his first back attack. Gold dragon. He has to fight it. I want to see deadly misses right here, folks.
Hey.
There's destroy and a deadly hit. Breathe one side relief. He has one more to deal with. That dragon would attack 3 times and can use an AoE 3 times, one of which will wipe out possibly his whole team but Decker. They go right. And he listens. Oh. He has to do it twice though. He has to get up against the wall and then move against the wall again.
There you go.
And he got it. There's just 2 coppers. Reflect can sigh breath. He is alive for now.
He also has a good attack for dragons in 4th form.
That he was
So
running
that-
downstairs. I think he's wanting to get the point incentive for fast time. So you get 5 points for every. If you beat the jelly in under 2 hours, you get 10 extra points. And then every 15 minutes more, under that, you get 5 points. He's not going to be able to pull off the 130, but he could get the 5 points for the 145. And he's not farming everything, so it doesn't look like he's going for the gold, which is a lot of gold to have to get. That's 700,000. For now, gonna have to bust out my calculator here. See how the jelly fight goes. Should he make it the next few floors? I see some misses on a copper dragon for Squealer, but he's full IP. He doesn't need to farm that.
Squealer's at about 400,000 gold.
On floor 90. Runners. Multiple runners, floor 90 before an hour 30.
Not exactly sure what Squealer's looking for. Maybe just another couple of Deca Blades.
Play the gold incentive. And there's the stairs. There's the jelly
Hey.
room.
Clap.
And we got real critical against ice dragons. Does he have to fight? It's like it. He's fighting them.
Ouch.
Luck RC.
Oh, RC.
We saw them kill one runner this race. Okay, he must got a back attack, so I think he feels confident here, using an AoE on 3 characters.
So level 35, 36 is pretty decent for the jelly. Normally you went through about 26 or 27, just enough so you can withstand Cinder Blasts.
And RC's gonna be fine against this guy.
RC survives, nice.
Yeah, the ice ring. There's an ice ring. And imagine he has ice valve too. Here comes the fight with Reflect versus the dragons. For RC, he has all agility you could ever want.
Righty. Good luck.
Devastation, pretty weak. 26.
1256, that's like a
About minimum.
bottom of the barrel.
Not what you want to see. Missed that fatal blow 4,000 something. Gold dragons. Dragons for RC.
Squealer.
Oh no, Squealer! Saw deadly miss. On the jelly for Reflect.
Let's go.
Has his finishers locked and loaded.
Needs a fair chunk of hit points still.
Indeed.
Okay. Oh, that crit.
It's a crit for Decker, 500 damage with a Dragon Rust of 1097, and that is a kill for Reflect, the first to beat the jelly. Going to be watching other runners' scores, but right now he is in good shape. Well done, Reflect. Great run.
GG.
Yep, at the moment at 210 points. The points are being allocated. How close was that? I didn't keep my calculator.
I think the crit might have been necessary.
Look into that later.
You need like 2700-ish to kill the jelly, and so yeah.
Well, and 5 they're saying, so he's okay with or without the crit.
Yeah, cool.
So,
Yeah.
great run.
That's
Reflect. I saw Squealer must be fighting silver dragons. He lives to tell the tale. Everyone but Maxim. You're gonna have to get a little bit more IP, but he has lots of time. Kobahi has some genies on the stairs. He'll make quick work of them. damage needed to kill the jellies? 9,900. Saw a question in chat. Definitely going for that gold incentive. Or at least he was. Maybe now thinking better of it after taking some heat from the silver.
Yeah, it might not be necessary. Like the time taken for him to get to 700,000 might put him over an hour and 45. So he might be just better off just running through the cave at this point.
The Vantage Bolt on Kobahi's screen, but he takes care of it. He has full IP. Jewel, a very useless blue chest item for Squealer. Yeah, on 76. That pace is okay. He'll have time, barring Dragon Cons, Archfiends. No bad. Of Orkies on, I believe they're Orkies on RC screen.
Yeah, I think so. Kobahi's in a really ugly room.
Yeah, he wants to get a back attack. Oh no! Surprise attack from Orkies! Oh my.
No!
Oh my, that is not what you want to see ever.
I don't think he meant to walk down.
So he has very little he could do in the next round. Those 8 attacks unleashing devastation. Only chance of survival here is Octo-Headed Blast. He gets it. And
Oh, he's gonna survive.
he's gonna live.
Oh man.
Oh, the cave has been
What a beast.
gracious. He still has to get by. Attack. See if you can take it. Fortunately, that bush is there. That's doing him some favors. It's making it less likely. There it is. Okay. Less likely for him to get pinned back by the Orky. I see Maxim is dead on Squealer's screen again.
Yeah, Squeal's needs to farm IP for Maxim. Although
Lots of time.
I
He
guess
probably wants both IP and the 700,000 gold. Did you see his gold count lately? Oh no, RC. RC with Archfiend encounter. It's like he can just run and then take the stairs to the right. Gloomy and destroy. That's kind of what you want to see. The Orkies go down for Kobahi, who's just having an incredible run. At the Archfiend? You want to see? You just don't want to see all those thunders flying on your screen. And he's fine. Gets a little IP for it. Unfold here. Kobahi backed into a corner from Sanjin.
Max must be Old Sword Cancer Rock for Squealer.
Critical squeezing by the Orkies. Pretty high IP, yeah. The Cancer Rock is 38% IP, and the Old Sword is 51% IP, so he needs a lot of IP. Do you want to explain Akari points at all to the viewers?
I don't know the exact calculation, but basically, if you have full hit points and you get hit for 50 damage, then your IP will go up by a little bit. If you don't have full health and you get hit for 50 HP, your IP will actually go up more because you're depleted closer to death. They're effectively like rage points and stuff, so you can use special abilities.
Right, they vary inversely to damage, and the gut stat help it go up faster, right? Or is it there's some stat that
I think so. So certain characters are harder to IP grind for, depending on their gut stat.
more archfiends for at least the sprite for real critical. Let's see what they are. Let's hope for ice rogues.
Ugh.
Double archfiend. Okay. Oh, but he's faster. He has a smoke ball. He's gonna get out of this first encounter. He's gonna have to do it twice, but he doesn't have to kill him at least. Okay, here's the second encounter. Double archfiends.
Wow.
No sweat. RC is prepared and he's moving down to the next floor.
$81, doing well.
He has great chances of getting to the jelly. The Dagger Blade and Blizzard Blow and maybe some other items, I think he is going to have a decent chance at a kill.
We're starting to see the Dark Summoners and Squealers are in there. They're frightening.
They are
Although
terrible.
if your movement's good, you're okay. But if you ever get like a treasure room full of them, you're almost better off trying to manipulate them to go outside of the room that you're in, just so you can kind of get breathing space for the actual treasure room itself. But the longer you spend... the longer you spend in a treasure room with Dark Summoners, the more likely you are to make a mistake, because that's what normally happens. You stop focusing on the Summoners and look at dragons instead.
Quick shout out to Poexel and RPG Limit Break. RPG Limit Break is a charity with the annual marathon supporting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Give them a follow on Twitter at RPG Limit Break. Dealing with Archfiends while we have Real Critical messing with more Wind Fiends.
Yeah.
$98 for Squealer, and we see the stairs. As long as he doesn't encounter these, oh, look at the double. Look at him lining up for the farming. As he doesn't get hit by those double Dark Summoners and doesn't have a mishap against these dragons. Free run into the jelly. Last week I faced Dark Summoners twice. It was the ugly, but fortunately he survived. Killing the gold dragons, putting on a show for the audience. Or it should be an epic fight against the jelly. Oh, again, he's so fast. Okay, he didn't quite take this 700,000, but he's just ready to kill. He wants, I think that was 5 points for killing under 145.
Yeah.
Calculators out, people. They not unheard of, not impossible.
It's just changing the
There's
form
that Earth
4
Fruit.
to feed Gusto.
In the M form, taking the points.
Race against time for the 5 points. Can he do it?
Looking at the points with the other runners, any kill right now likely will give him first place, the wild card almost for sure. Let's see what he does. Let's see how the fight goes.
Yes, Wheeler's just going to destroy this jelly.
His gelatinous gestures, but Squealer has some gestures to show of his own. Is it going to be 2 rounds? Is it going to be no Decker Blade? Let's see. I didn't see his equip setup. From the capsule, that's not what we wanted to see.
Nice.
Ooh, that fatal blow roll though. Ow, that was nifty. Okay, I'm at 7165 damage after the first round. Here's a crit from the capsule.
So
Secondary.
did Squealer not... I thought Squealer might have put Guy in the front and then use Octo for the 2-turn kill.
No, yeah, he would have had it there. He's at 8358. But either way, this jelly is about to go down.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we'll see some GGs for Squealer in a sec. Good, good solid run.
Comes the Octo. Strike on the Octo, kill. He could have regular attacked. He didn't even need the Gatie's Blade. Squealer. The kill. Gonna put him into first place.
Is he?
See, we'll see the points, but I didn't see the points
225,
come up
okay.
for the 10-point bonus.
Yep.
Beating
Yeah,
under
okay.
one. Yep, so there it is.
Yep. GG.
Very close to getting 145 too, but right now we have Squealer in first place with 225, Reflect with 215. 2 more runners with a chance.
So can Kobahi get 7 more Iris items and then beat the jelly and snipe the victory?
If he has a Decker Blade, all we need is a Gaties for a 2-turn, and that'll get him in there.
Kobahi
Floors
is
to go.
done well.
Still plenty of time. Not sure what floor RC is on. To find out, unless these guys wreak havoc. He has 2 more trees. He's running away.
I think he's on the
The
stairs.
second, but Maxim is down, and he's gonna go down. Do you see what floor he hit? I'm still not sure on RC's floor.
I think we're about to find out. He should be entering the stairs really soon. Oh no, he just went.
Spawned on him, but he still wants a little help, so he's looking around. Oh! It's a fearless step into Archfiends, but it's just an ice rogue.
It's such a instinctive thing to do. Like whenever you enter a room, like you just want to go into autopilot and like step up straight away for whatever reason.
He didn't take that chest, so maybe he feels confident that he has.
It was on 85.
Or maybe he's just... Oh no. Let's hope he does not have to go through that horrible treasure room with this much time in Fatal Blowout. You don't want to see it. I don't see the stairs, so that's good. Doesn't mean they're not in there. The room for those stairs to be other than... Okay, and there they are. And he's going down. Floor 86. He's almost to relatively safe floors. Kappa.
But he needs to doing a bit of IP grinding.
He's doing some IP grinding.
3 dragons.
Or maybe he's just getting through this corridor. I don't know. Yikes, look at those stairs.
Yeah.
Not what he wants to see. He's been through quite a few jams today. Can he get through another?
So this room, while it looks like it's all right, that Dark Summoner just makes it that much more kind of dodgy to get through the room safely. Because every now and again you're going to forget that it'll teleport.
It's kind of a tough room for RC too, but fortunately the stairs were under that dragon. Takes his back attack on the summoners. He's gonna fight. He is. I don't want to see that miss. He wants maybe Guy to get hit here. Okay, one more dragon for Gobahi to get through. We're hoping for coppers. We do not want to see golds. We don't even want to see silvers. Oh, the Dark Summoner being a pain. Okay, actually kind of worked out. There's 1 gold. Gonna try it. Yeah, standing right by RC stairs. It's a nice hairband, but he did not bring the ladies. For RC, there are 10 minutes remaining. Kobahi dispatches the gold dragon and the silver. Not floor 93.
So provided the runners make it to 99, then if they get there before 2 hours, then they can take as much time as possible, or as much time as they want to kill the jelly.
Both runners definitely have a chance to place. You see RC with 110, Kobahi with 105. Right now, a kill puts them both in placing contention. If it's under 2 hours. So. Oh, Kobahi. Dark Summoners in the doorway. Already down. I don't know if he needs the IP for him. Oh no, the double encounter. Sitting in the doorway. It's the worst. Don't want to see these dark auras. We want to see perishes. We want to see a miss. We want to see physical attacks. But so far, it's all dark auras, and it's looking bad for Kobahi. 4 dark auras. They're being relentless.
Ugh.
5 in a row. Decker is such a tank. Can he survive? Oh, the bolt! And the luck runs out for Kobahi. Great run, Kobahi. You did very well. Lasted the late 90s. Some great items, had some great fights, very entertaining run. Can I get some Bible thumbs for Kobahi?
Going back in for the Iris items.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh man, that's gut wrenching.
So
Dark Summoners are horrible.
RC is out to steal the glory from Reflect. Can advance.
Yes, he can.
496. He has to go 3 floors to get to the jelly. I don't know what his kill situation looks like.
Oh.
1 floor, and he's in a corridor with the dragon. Maybe
Oh man.
the Zerko sword I saw. I don't know what finishers he has. Any Hedora rocks, if he has any Cancer rocks. I know he has a Lizard Blow. Just gonna have to take a 50-50. We know he used 2 smoke balls earlier. Oh no, with the worst possible scenario. 2 gold dragons. He's looking for a smoke ball. He's praying for a smoke ball, but I don't think he has one. Oh. Okay, what is his agi? We know he has a lot of agility, so if Artie goes faster, Artie could kill. Then the other one's gonna get 3 attacks, and if he kills Artie, 3 more attacks. They can physically attack and not kill you. They can cast Trick and not kill you. However, 2 Stardust blows and it's over out of 6 attacks if he misses. Let's get some Bless RNG for RC. He's survives a lot. You don't want it not like this.
Good luck.
Deadly hits.
RC.
Physical attack on Decker, that's what you want to see, and a Stardust blow, which you don't want to see. The physical attack on Decker is going to be devastating. We have 2 doubled Stardust blow. RC
no.
had an amazing run. Well fought, sir. The Gold Dragons win the day. That is going to determine our champions for today. Squealer,
Man, what a
with
cave.
225 points. Reflect with 215.
Yeah, the cave is brutal. Heck. What's up to Hoppy now? Can Hoppy traverse about 70 floors in 6 minutes?
Roth, I know you have a race coming up. I don't know what setup you need, but if you do need to go, we can cover. We'll be okay.
All right, I'll touch base with SK and then go from there.
Kobahi doing a dance. We got Squee who paused his emulator after the jelly kill. Yes, and RC, survivors of this cave are people of good fortune. Future glory will be yours.
All right, I'll drop off and get ready for the race.
Okay, good luck, Roth. We'll be definitely staying tuned for that. Next race we have Roth, we have Decker BRD, we have Volt, and a couple newcomers, Sinister Rain, who's been in chat here a bit, and Miss Mike. Not sure who she is, but best of luck to her.
Thanks, Mike. It was a pleasure commentating with you, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Likewise,
See you guys in a bit.
Race. All these runners here are you're never going to find a heat in a ancient cave tournament with more net knowledge of the cave than these runners. As far as I know, this is the only game Reflect plays, and he's logged countless hours watching. So, I mean, he's a master of the cave, as is Squealer, who I started watching when I first found the cave, and he's been playing forever, and I'm glad to see him moving on. Finals here. Real Critical has his own website, AC Ref. If you want to check it out, has all kinds of good jelly information. He's the world champion in the Providence percent, which he created, one of about 20 categories he's created. Hobby the Fool was a finalist last year in Fatal Blowout, and he runs Monday Night Challenge with RC every week. And Kobahi's been around longer. Oh, total defeat as we watch for Kobahi. Bad timing, sorry, sir. Has been running the cave back from before I even started running it. He is a Final Fantasy 4 runner also, and his favorite capsule monster is Flash, so he really has good taste. There you go. BlueShack.net. Thank you, Rocket. Everything you want to know, but as of yet, not how to survive 2 Stardust blows on Gold Dragons.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, how's it going, Shadow? Ready for the next heat?
Not yet. We're gonna let Hoppy finish out here, but I've been sitting here thinking if there was anything different RC could have done in that situation, and I don't think there was nothing he could have done.
The only thing he could have done was back row Decker. Then and maybe Decker takes, but it's not going to matter with 2 stars. Yeah. There's nothing.
But yeah, so just a couple minutes left. We're gonna let Hoppy search around for some Iris items, or just hang out.
While he picked up that box and get Maxim really ripped.
This is a pretty ugly room Hoppy's in right now as well. He's just trying to make it to those chests to see something.
If RC would have beat the jelly, after 2 hours, where would he have placed? Where would he have been on points? He's at 110 now. That would have got him at least to 220. He's there. Kobahi, you had a great run. You got through all kinds of terrible encounters. The first time I've seen in a Fatal Blowout tournament someone survive a back attack from Orkies.
Yeah, there were a lot of weird fights. People fighting Orkies on purpose and on accident, fighting gold dragons. Just, it's cool to see people, you know, kind of throw the general strats away. And it looks like Hoppy's just about done here. So, I guess if he's gonna quit playing, we'll just go ahead and stop the timer right there. I think I need to set up my hotkeys. All right. So congratulations to Squealer and Reflect. Squealer moving on to the finals. Reflect moving on to the wild card. And we do have another set of races coming up in just a few minutes. So hang out. We're going to get those races set up. And we will be back as soon as we can. Thank you all.